Strong men create good times create weak men create hard times create strong men. I do believe that we are in the weak men create hard times phase. This is like a cycle that history has proven to. I'll put my stuff like this from now on. Proven to repeat itself. You know, um, if we go back, the last time there was really hard times creating strong men was back in World War II. That was the generation of strong men. We watched a lot of war movies, D-Day. 15, 16, 17-year-old kids were lying on their age thing to get enlisted into the army to go fight for their country. And they went to D-Day, and over 200,000 American soldiers died on that beach. Like, imagine that. Imagine running through and just having your boys getting shot down, getting blown up in the ship, getting like once that thing opens up, everybody starts getting shot down. Like, those were hard times. That was the Great Depression, right? When economically everything was falling apart, and then World War II finished. The America prospered. The American prospered, and yeah, and now look where we're at. We're at the part where 4-year-olds can say, well, I'm either a boy or a girl. Like, shut up. What? We're at the part where people are 30-year-olds are playing video games, and that's their life. Um, we're at the point where you can't say anything bad about other people because you're gonna be seen as a misogynist or a racist. Like, I can't tell my black friends, but yeah, yeah, it's getting worse. I mean, like, what are the struggles we have today? It's like, oh, for a YouTuber, oh man, I'm so scared to make a YouTube video. Oh man, or for just some regular high school, college student, oh man, I don't want to go to the gym. I'm scared of what people might think, or I don't want to go in the gym. It's too hard, or I don't want to go to a 9 to 5 job. I'm better than that. Like, yeah. So I was reading the book Hard Times Create Strong Men, and but we are in the stage of where we're in the stage where the majority of people we're in the stage of where um yeah, a lot of the kids nowadays, students, kids, young ones, are filled with the most knowledge possible. Like, they have more knowledge than every single previous generation, and yet we do the least action. We do the stupidest things. We don't want to do nothing, you know we don't want to just work. We don't want to put in the work. We don't want to lead others, or we don't want to follow others. That's another one. Like, nobody wants to step in when something's going bad, but at the same time, we don't want to listen to nobody, right? We don't want to listen to a boss, an employer. We don't want to listen to a freaking. But at the same time, we don't want to take charge. So it's freaking it's a losing mentality. You know, my I asked my grandparents the other day, and my grandpa was in the Vietnam War at 19 years old. Like, imagine that. And what am I doing at 19 years old? I'm like recording a video at 19 years old. So it's like, so when I think of strong men, I think of men that, like, they they are stoic. Like, shit hits the fan, and they just stare dead in the face. You know. Um, like, being you can choose to be weak, and at the same coin you can choose to be strong. You know. You can choose to, like so many of us are like, oh man, I don't feel like going to the gym, or I feel tired, or you know I I am I can't control myself. I gotta eat that cookie. Like, shut up, you pussy. Like, you can choose to give in to your temptations, to go on the hub, to go play video games. You can choose all of that. Don't be a pussy and say, oh man, it's an addiction. My psychology class told me that it's very, very, very hard to deal with addiction, so I'm just gonna give in to addiction. Like, shut up. Like, it's very, very hard to go to the gym, because I start sweating, and it's hot. It's hot outside. Like, bro, you freaking ancestors were freaking outside the whole time. What? Air conditioning, freaking, it was invented like less than 70 years ago, I think. Like, but before air conditioning, people sweated. Like, you're weird. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so I'm reading that book, Hard Times Create Strong Men. It's like it's like a reality hitter. It hits you with like facts, with reality. Um, the Roman Empire. I just watched 300 last night because he was talking about the Roman Empire. So like, oh shit, I want to watch 300. So I watched 300 and like, bro, Spartans. We all know Spartans are freaking dope ass people, strong men, like warriors, and like, how did the Roman Empire fall? Well, they got complacent. They got as the saying goes, a nation is born a stoic and dies a euphorican. I don't know if that's the right word. Euphorican. Anyway, it's whatever that word was. It's one that seeks pleasure, one that seeks moderation and pleasure, for the moment. Whatever feels good. And that's how a nation falls. Right? The Spartans, the warriors were philosophers, and the philosophers were warriors. It's not like that nowadays. Like, the people that talk really good nowadays don't go to the gym, and the people that go to the gym are probably nutsacks, meatheads. And it's very rare to find somebody that is both a philosopher and a warrior. That they're like what I guess the new age was what they call it, intellectual Chad. Can't just look good. You gotta be like good in your studies, good in like every single freaking area of your life. Your studies, you gotta hit the gym, you gotta freaking pay your bills. You have to know how to fight. You have to know how to protect yourself, protect others. You gotta know how to provide for your own family. Like, what does it mean to be a man? A man is able to take full responsibility over his own life. He's the guy that when shit hits the fan, you can count on. That's what it means to be a man. Like, full responsibility over your life. So like, even if it's not your fault, even if it's that guy is in the wrong, you're the leader of your pack, right? If you're the leader of your pack, if your pack is in the wrong, you're the one that takes the blame, even if you yourself didn't do the wrong, because you're the man. You are a strong man. That's what it means to be a strong. So like, this is gonna be a freaking. We're gonna be strong men. We're gonna be strong men. When we come back, we're gonna work. We're gonna pay the bills, and we're gonna still do the business. We're gonna work like 24 hours a day. Sleeping counts. Sleeping counts as work, you freaking losers. You guys are dumbasses if you guys don't think sleeping is productive. Honestly, like, if you sleep like 8 to 10 hours, your whole day the next day will be more productive. Like, you'll be able to operate at 100%. But if you sleep less than 8 hours, you'll be operating on like less than 80%. Like statistically, you're a dumbass if you think that, oh, I'm gonna go stay up and do my work because so I don't miss out. Shut up, bro. You would be more productive. You would in a 1 hour amount of time you would get more work done if you should sleep more. Like, shut up. Um, I'm going off in a different direction. But yes, we're gonna be strong men. So like I was thinking like, bro, I don't care. Like, we're gonna come back to Guam next week and we're gonna just freaking go get a freaking job as ASAP. Um, and then we're gonna provide for the family. Like, even though, I don't even expect my family to be like, oh, Elijah, you helping pay the bills? Why don't you pay the whole bills, Elijah? But yeah, when we come back to school, we're gonna ace every single class, even though we don't like it. Like, even though we think the classes are stupid, we think the classes are useless, we're gonna ace it because we are strong men, right? It's not like the freaking strong men back in the day. They liked freaking going to practice, or not practice, but like, seeing their friends die right next to them. Like, they don't like that, but they do it. They go to war nonetheless. They go do the hard work, especially when they don't feel like it. Like, it was scary for them to run to the enemy lines while they're shooting each of them like fish. Like, I don't know if that's how a good example, but you know what I mean. So freak. When we come back to school, we're gonna be like an intellectual Chad, a philosophical warrior. Like, you see, we're kind of small right now because of this guy. But when we come back, we're building like 50 pounds of muscle. I don't know about 50 pounds of muscle, but like, realistically, we're gonna be jacked. We're gonna be jacked in like 6 months, and we're gonna be top of the class. We're gonna recruit strong men. Like, we're gonna turn these weak mother fudgers into men. Honestly, that's the goal. That's the goal. Like, why am I gonna try to do it online when there's a bunch of weak guys who don't want to go to gym, or on the two ends, they're philosophical, like they're smart, they get their 4.0s, but they're wimps. They don't have that warrior mentality. That's what we want to combine. That's the goal. We want to combine both of these guys. The philosophical guy, make him not wimpy, make him into a warrior, and make the warrior, the guy that goes to the gym, the guy that hits the weights, the guy that, goes fights. Like, get him to freaking use his freaking brain sometimes. That's why I love wrestling, because you can't just be a meathead. You gotta use your brain, honestly. But yeah, so that's the goal. We're gonna get these philosophical guys to be like warriors. We're gonna get these warriors to be like philosophical. So we're gonna be like an intellectual freaking Chads, bro. Mark my words, bro. That's the mission. That is the mission. I myself is gonna be an intellectual Chad. We're gonna be a philosophical warrior. We're gonna be a superior man, a godly man, and we are gonna change. We are not gonna. We are already in the weak times create strong men. Oh no, wait. But weak men create hard times. Freaking yeah. So that's the mission. And that's the goal of this channel. We're gonna document the whole freaking thing. Kid you not. Okay. I'm rambling on. I'll see you later. Mwah.